Hey, Charlie!
Yeah, save your breath. He's asleep as usual. It'll take more than yelling to wake him up.
Yeah. Well, this is one trip I'm glad to see over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hauling nitro's not my idea of a picnic either. Let's get this stuff in a shack and get moving.
Yeah. You in kind of a hurry to get home, ain't you?
Yeah, kind of.
Couldn't be because you got a date with that Sally Morris.
Yeah, could be. Why?
You ain't getting sweet on her, are you, Joseph?
You're getting awful nosy, aren't you, big brother?
Well, ain't that what big brothers are?
Well, I suppose you're right. Now, why don't you go wake up Charlie and tell him to give us a hand with the sax?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Romeo. Joe.
I've got him patched up the best I can, Ben. He's taken quite a blow to the head. He's got a concussion. And there's no way of telling how bad it is.
Doc says you're gonna be all right.
Darn cat knocked the nitro off the shelf.
You took quite a walloping there. You trying to blow up the whole world?
Oh, well. Who are you? I can't see you. I'm blind.
Have you had any more headaches, Joe?
No. Is it any better?
Well, the fact that the headaches are gone is a good sign.
Look, I may be blind, Doc, but I know you're not deaf. Now, it's been a month. Is it any better?
No, not yet. But I told you this could take time, Joe. Your sight could return next week, next month, maybe even tomorrow.
Maybe never, huh?
I'll drop by next week.
Here I am, Joseph. I'll help you.
Well, just show me where the sofa is.
All right. Keep coming up to it. Watch it.
All right, I can do it. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jane.
Horses at the barn. I'll put a plate for you.
Thanks, Bill. Smells good.
Yeah. Eggs on the right, bacon on the left.
Thank you.
Morning, Joseph.
Hey, morning, Hoss. Sit down and have some breakfast.
Oh, I already had breakfast, but I think I will have another cup of coffee. Oh,
You had breakfast already. What time is it?
oh, it's about 9 o'clock.
Don't you have any work to do today?
Oh, nothing that won't keep.
Come on, you've been saying that for 3 weeks now. You probably don't have to sit around here looking at me, you know?
Joe, I was going to take the new buggy out for a ride today. I just wondered if you'd like to come along for the ride.
Oh, that's great, Nancy. These two are gonna quit working so they can keep an eye on me, and you're gonna quit school so you can take me for rides.
There is no school today, Joe. It's Saturday.
Well, if I want fresh air, I can open my window.
Sally Morris came by this morning.
I don't want her coming around here.
She just wanted to stop by and see you.
I mean, she wanted to stop by and look at me. I don't want her here. Hey, Jamie, I changed my mind. I think I'd like to go for that ride. If Sally comes by, you tell her to stay away from here.
What do you think he's going to say when the teacher from the Institute gets here?
Same thing he said when I suggested it in the first place. And he doesn't want her here.
Yeah. You know, Paul, maybe you should have told him you sent for her anyhow.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Jamie, what kind of day is it?
Oh, real nice.
Any clouds?
Yeah, there's a couple up there. Not rain clouds, though. They're just the white, fluffy kind.
Were you ever afraid of the dark when you were a kid?
Yeah, a little, I guess.
I wasn't. I kind of liked it. Some kind of quiet and warm about it. You know, my brother Hoss was afraid of the dark when he was little.
You're kidding.
Yeah. My pa said he wouldn't go to bed without a candle burning in the room every night. Kind of funny, a guy that big being afraid of the dark, and I wasn't. I'm sure afraid of it now, though.
Miss Dobbs.
Yes, I'm Ellen Dobbs. Are you Benjamin Cartwright?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good. Thank you, driver. I'll be all right now.
Pleasure, ma'am. I'll take it back.
Thank you.
Won't you come in, please? Miss Dobbs, this is my son, Hoss. Hoss?
How do you do? My goodness. You're a big man, aren't you, Horace?
Yes, and that's what folks tell me.
And Joseph, he's not here, is he?
Well, the Institute wrote that you preferred him not to be here when you arrived.
Yes, that's correct.
He'll be here this afternoon. Miss Dobbs, you've had a long journey. Would you like to get settled into your room and so catch your breath?
Well, I would love a cup of coffee, if I may. The road was so dusty.
Yes, of course. Hop Singh. Hop Singh.
What you yell for now?
Coffee for 3, please.
Thank you.
Miss Dobbs, why don't we sit down?
It would be better if I take your arm, Mr. Cartwright. And if you would walk just a little ahead of me, please.
All right.
Yes, thank you. You can just put my hand on the chair.
Oh, yeah.
I see. Well, my, this is certainly more comfortable than the seat on the stage. What exactly did the Institute write about me, Mr. Cartwright?
That you're a fine teacher and a tough little lady. And coming all the way from San Francisco, I know exactly what they mean. Thank you, Hop Singh.
Oh, may I pour, Mr. Cartwright? If you'll just hand me the cups, please. Thank you. I take it that my not being able to see disturbs you.
Well, I don't know if the word is disturbed.
Oh, I think it'll do nicely. You see, we've learned at the Institute that some of the best teachers of the blind are other blind.
Nevertheless, I want to be totally honest, Miss Dobbs. I can't believe that a teacher who is as sightless as he is will instill much faith.
Well, you're probably right. But you see, I've no intention of telling Joseph that I'm blind. At least not for a while. In the beginning, he'll believe that I can teach, that I can do a job, because I can see. When the time is right, I'll tell him I'm blind. I hope by then he'll realize that there is a place for blind people in this world.
Well, I don't see.
No, Mr. Cartwright, I don't see. And that's where you're going to have to help me. How long will it be before Joseph returns?
Well, a few hours.
Oh, good. Because I'm going to need time to get used to this house. At least the areas where I'll come in contact with Joseph. To begin with, if you'll trace the shape of this room on the palm of my hand with your finger, it'll be easier for me to visualize it. You could start at the front door, where I first came in.
Well, it's a pretty large area, actually. It's 3 rooms in 1. The front door is, say, right here.
I see.
Now you move along here, and you go to what's back of you, which is the dining room area. The kitchen's entrance is right here.
There's someone coming.
Hey, Joe. Hey, how was the ride, huh?
Oh, it's good. That buggy's really nice and smooth. And...
Yeah.
Joseph, there's someone here I'd like you to meet.
Hello, Joseph.
This is Miss Dobbs.
She's from the Institute, isn't she?
Yes, I am.
I told you I didn't want anybody here.
Well, Joseph,
I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing, but see, I talked to the doctor, and he said I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to be blind very long. So you'd just be wasting your time here.
But I'm a teacher, Joseph. I don't consider teaching a waste of time.
I don't want you here. I don't need you, and I don't want you here. Just leave me alone!
Joseph, may I speak to you for a moment?
I thought you'd be gone by now.
Well, I'm afraid that leaving here is as hard as getting here. Stages for San Francisco don't leave exactly every hour. But I'll be gone in the morning.
Fine.
Joseph, I'm terribly sorry that my coming here disturbed you. I had no idea that your condition was temporary when I took the job.
Well, now you know.
Yes, now I know. I was looking forward to this job. I haven't had a great deal of work lately.
It's my father's fault, not mine.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. It's just that I had hoped for a few weeks' work.
I don't need you.
Well, you can't blame me for trying, can you? Will I see you at dinner? After seeing the dinner was just wonderful. I even had seconds.
Thank you, Missy Dobb. You lucky Mr. Horse not here for dinner. You maybe not even have first.
Well, I think I better look in on Jamie. He has a tendency to daydream while he's doing his homework. Excuse me.
Well, I must say...
I'm sorry, the right hand.
No, I was just going to say, I must say I'm not looking forward to that trip tomorrow.
Well, it's funny. I was going to ask you how long it took to get to San Francisco by stage. I've never gone that way.
Well, all I can say is it's much too long.
Take your word for it.
May I have some more coffee, please? Here's my cup.
Well, you have to tell me when to stop pouring.
Oh, well, wait just a minute, then. Would you like me to show you a simple way?
Sure.
All right. Put your fingers around the cup. And this top finger rests just inside the rim. You'll know when to stop.
Hey.
That's good. That's very good.
You know when to stop, all right? It's hot. It's simple.
There are other ways, too. You know that some people can do it just by listening?
What do you mean, listening?
Well, would you like to try it?
Sure.
All right. Hold your cup by the handle. Now, as you pour, you'll find that the sound begins to lower. When it's about 3/4 full, it'll stop. You did it.
Hey, I never thought about listening to coffee before. Hey, you got me listening to coffee. I think I sip it kind of loud. Hey, look, I don't like to see anybody lose a job. I mean, like you said, when you came here, you didn't know the circumstances.
Well, it was wrong of me to come begging you for a job. Besides, you're right. You don't need me. It would be foolish for me to teach you a lot of things that you don't have to learn.
Yeah, but we did hire you.
Well, that was before I knew the circumstances.
Yeah, well, see, I don't know how long it'll be before I get my sight back. The doctor's not sure. Could be 2 days. It could be 2 months. I mean, I could probably learn a lot of things that would help me get along till I got my sight back.
Well, are you sure you're not just saying this because you know I need work?
Oh, no. I mean, I just sit around here. I don't have anything else to do.
Well, it would be nice for me to stay here in the country.
Oh, would you?
Yes, all right. I'll stay a little while.
That's good.
Left arm stays at a right angle at all times. That way you'll be protected. The right hand guides you. Back of the hand against the wall. That's right.
Feels kind of funny.
I know, but it works. Now, as you walk, keep your head up, shoulders back. Think of the center of your body. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know this room very well, so you should have no difficulty. Now, you tell me everything you touch as you come to it.
Oh, I feel now's the wall.
Yes?
Well, that's the fireplace, I guess.
Good, yes. Is there anything there above the fireplace?
Oh, yeah, I can feel a picture.
Good. That's fine. Head up, though. Head up. Shoulders back. Stand erect.
Should have been a sergeant, Miss Dobbs.
Now remember, the heel against the step and slide it straight down. Against the step, slide it straight down. Again.
Big.
Heel against the steps. That's good. Right. Now you know where you are, don't you? First landing, right? Right. Put your heel against the stair and let it slide down. Good. Relax. There we are.
How was that?
It's coming. Let's try it again.
Yes, sir.
You seemed more comfortable that time.
I was. It was easy.
Good.
Hey, I hit it. Hey, did I get a ringer?
Oh, it's getting darn close.
Hey, well, you watch me, Bob. Bet you get one this time.
You got yourself a bet.
All right, you wait and see.
I never thought I'd ever hear him laugh again. Miss Dobbs, you're a remarkable woman. He's completely changed since you got here. I don't know how to thank you.
Well, the easy part is over now. There's a difficult time still ahead for Joseph. Well, he knows he can function. He knows he can do for himself. But he still hasn't admitted to himself that he may always be blind. That's a fact that he's going to have to face very soon now.
Well, he's adjusted very well so far, hasn't he?
To playing the game, but not to facing reality. But then I guess some of us never really do.
Well, you have.
Not completely. No, even after all these years. No, there's still that moment every once in a while when I lie awake in the morning, wondering what it would be like to open my eyes and feel the light streaming in. No, I'm afraid the hardest part still lies ahead for your son.
Well, how about a contest?
Sure. You ask for it, you're gonna get it.
B. A. C. I can't get this one.
Feel the dots. Concentrate. Don't think of anything but your fingertips. Remember, somewhere inside, you must keep a stillness so that you can always concentrate. Let's try it again.
G?
Good. That's very good.
Good, Joe. I don't know what good it'd do to learn all this Braille. It'd take me forever to learn to read anything.
Oh, it takes time, but not forever.
Hear that, Jamie? I could end up with the fastest fingers in the West, huh? Could be.
That's enough for now. Let's have some lunch, shall we?
Sounds good to me. I'd like a big cheese sandwich.
Would you like me to make it, Miss Dodge?
Well, why don't we make it together?
Okay.
Hey, and give me a big glass of milk with that, too, will you?
Sure thing, Joe.
Thanks.
Hi, Joe.
Sally? How you doing?
I'm fine. I came by a couple of times, but you weren't here.
Yeah, well, I've been kind of busy.
I was so worried when I heard about the accident.
Yeah, well, they were kind of worried about my eyes for a while, but Doc says I'm going to be fine. I'm seeing a lot better every day. In about a month, I'll be just like new. What have you been doing?
Oh, working at the store, mostly. Hasn't been much business, though, since the dam mine shut down.
Well, they hit a new vein. Things will be booming again.
I brought you a get well present. It's the only thing I could think of.
Thanks. Hey, you want me to unwrap it first? You want me to guess?
You always said you liked strawberry jam. I thought that...
I like it just fine, huh? Why don't you go now? I've got a lot of things I have to do.
Joe, I'm sorry.
Look, you gotta look at the blind man. What else do you want? Why'd you come here anyway? Ask me to the dance Saturday night? How about a party? I'm great at parties. Blind man's bluff, pin the tail on the donkey, you name it. Look, get out of here, will you?
Sitting there. Says he wants to be left alone.
hard to understand. He was doing so well.
Paul, you don't reckon Sally Marsh might have something to do with it, huh? I saw her riding down on the South Road this afternoon.
Did you speak to her?
No, I was up on Willow Crest, but she wouldn't have been down there unless she was visiting this place, would she?
Was he very fond of that girl?
Yes, well, he's been going out with her for some time.
Well, that's it, of course. Having her see him like this for the first time. You see, he felt safe with us, teacher and family. But a girl, someone you have that special feeling for. I know how painful it can be.
You think I ought to go up and...
No, Mr. Cartwright, please don't do that. You're too close to him. I know how much he means to you, but please, you must let me try to think of a way to handle this.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you care for a whiskey, Miss Dobbs?
No, thank you, Joseph.
You going to congratulate me for knowing it was you?
Yes, that was very good.
Of course it was good. I had a very good teacher. You're supposed to listen and think and then do. Sure you don't want some whiskey?
I'm sure. Don't you think you've had enough, Joseph?
No, I haven't had nearly enough. I'm going to get blind, Miss Dobbs. That's a joke. You can laugh at that. A blind man getting blind is very funny. You're very quiet. That's right. You're supposed to be quiet so you can listen. That's what I did today. I had a caller today. A young lady called on me. Give me some jam and pity. Lots of pity.
Well, she needn't have. You seem to have enough for yourself. Oh, Joseph. Do you think you're the only person in the world who's lost his sight?
Close your eyes. Go on, Miss Dobbs. Shut them tight. Shut them and tell me what you see. Now, what do you see?
Nothing.
Well, that's exactly what I have to look forward to the rest of my life. Nothing.
Being blind doesn't give you special privileges. You've only lost one of your senses. You still have 4 left. Now learn to use them.
I want to see!
And if you don't, are you going to be waited on and dependent for the rest of your life? Wallowing in your self-pity?
What do you know?
I've taught 10-year-old boys with more guts than you have. They face their blindness and they learn to make a life for themselves. I'm wasting my precious time here, Joseph. I lied to you. I don't need this job. I'm desperately needed at the Institute. There's so many blind people there who want to learn, who are eager to learn.
There you go!
Well, I will. And I pity you, Joseph. Not because you're blind, but because you haven't the courage to learn to live with it.
Stop! Stop! Try.
I'll see you in the morning, Joseph.
The only accident he had was a broken axle, and he had it fixed promptly. How's that for quick reading, huh?
Oh, it's remarkable.
As good as they do at the Institute?
In some cases, better. My, you've accomplished so much these last 3 weeks.
I had a good teacher.
Why don't you take tomorrow off and go for another nice ride with Jamie?
I don't want him dragging me around the ranch anymore.
Oh, now we're going to start that. Telling yourself how worthless you are.
No, I'm not going to start that again. Just I wish there was something I could really do, you know?
Well, it seems to me there are a lot of things around here you could learn to do.
Well, not the things I want to do. And you see me busting broncs or herding cattle or anything like that. I mean, I want to do a job I can really do. You know what I mean.
How would you feel about teaching? Teaching at the Institute. There's so many there who need to learn exactly what you've learned.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
I'm blind.
Well, Louis Braille did it, and he was only a boy.
Well, you think I could? Or?
Yes. Oh, it'd take a lot more work, a lot of study, but you have such a fine mind, Joseph. I know you could. Why don't you think about it?
Yeah, well, I'll think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep, I think. See you in the morning, huh?
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Miss Dobbs, you're kind of late.
Yes, I am. Joseph has gone up to his room. I hope that this might be a good time for us to have a talk.
Oh, sure. I wanted to see one of the young colts. Been doing rather badly. Doing better now. What?
I'll be leaving in a few days, Mr. Cartwright. My work is finished here.
Have you told Joseph yet?
No, I haven't.
Huh. He's grown very fond of you, you know.
I feel the same about him. I know how much you love him. So, what I'm going to say may be difficult for you to hear, but I know that you want the best for your son, Mr. Cartwright.
Of course.
Well, Joseph feels useless here. And he wants to work. He wants to make his own way. And above all, he wants to be needed.
Yes, I can understand that.
As a teacher at the Institute, he would certainly be needed.
As a teacher?
Yes.
Well, he's hardly begun to learn himself yet.
Well, it would take a while. But I think he'd make a fine teacher, Mr. Cartwright. And then, you know, once he gains his confidence, once he knows that he can do something worthwhile and necessary, then he might be ready to come back here and find a place for himself with you.
Joseph say he wants to go?
No, well, he's not sure. He's still afraid, you know. But he needs to believe that he can teach. I think he will believe it when I tell him that I'm blind, too.
Well, I suppose San Francisco isn't so far away that we won't get up to visit. Night.
What is it?
Oh, I can see. I can see.
Clearly,
Everything just like before.
Well, that blamed doctor said you was gonna see you again anyhow, didn't he?
You sure are a beautiful sight, I'll tell you that. I gotta tell Ellen. Miss Dobbs! Hey, Miss Dobbs! Miss Dobbs! Miss Tubbs, it's over. I can see. No more counting steps, no more being useless. Look at me, I can see.
Oh, my dear. Oh, you can see. Oh, Joseph. Oh, thank God. Oh, don't, my dear. Oh, don't, my dear. It's all right. You can see. That's what's important.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
I know you do. And I love you too, my dear. In a very special way.
I didn't want to hurt you.
I know you didn't. Joseph, cry out of joy for yourself, but not out of pity for me. I'm loved, and I'm needed. And I'm happy. Truly I am.